Let me tell you something, the beginning is always hard. I don't care who you are, where you're from, or how much talent you have. The moment you decide to chase something greater, to step outside of the ordinary, life will test you. The road ahead won't be smooth. It won't be easy. You will question yourself. You will feel like quitting. You will wonder if it's even worth it. But let me ask you, when has anything great ever come easy? You see, persistence is the separator. It's what turns a dream into reality, an idea into success. The difference between those who make it and those who don't. One keeps going when others stop. One gets knocked down and gets back up. One hears no 100 times and still finds a way. Because here's the truth, the world won't believe in you until you prove yourself. No one is going to hand you success. No one is going to knock on your door and say, hey, here's the life of your dreams. That's not how it works. People will doubt you. They'll laugh. They'll say, who are you to think you can do this? And that's fine, because you don't need them to believe. You need you to believe. Because once you start putting in the work, once you refuse to quit, once you show up day after day, something happens that can't ignore you anymore. The same people who doubted you will pretend they always supported you. The same world that once dismissed you will call you an inspiration. But understand this, success is a journey, not an overnight event. No one wakes up successful. No one builds an empire in a day. There will be days where it feels like nothing is happening. Days where you want to scream, why isn't this working? But success doesn't come in one big explosion. It comes in small, consistent efforts that stack up over time. That's why rejection is just part of the process. You're going to hear no more times than you can count. People will shut doors in your face. Opportunities will slip through your fingers. But rejection isn't failure, it's a filter. It separates the ones who really want it from the ones who just kind of want it. Every no brings you closer to the right yes. Every setback builds the strength you'll need to handle success when it finally comes. And that's why if you never give up, success is inevitable. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. The only way to fail is to stop. If you keep learning, keep adapting, keep pushing, eventually the doors will open. The opportunities will come. The success will be yours. So when it gets hard, keep going. When people doubt you, prove them wrong. When rejection comes, smile and move forward. Because in the end, the people who win aren't the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who refuse to quit. And that can be you. The first step toward anything great is always the hardest. That's the moment when doubt creeps in, when the weight of the unknown feels overwhelming, and when you wonder if you even have what it takes. Think about it. Why do so many people start and then give up? Why did gins fill up in January and empty out by February? Why do people launch dreams with excitement only to abandon them when reality sets in? It's because the beginning is brutal. You step into something new, something unfamiliar, and suddenly it's not as easy as you thought it would be. Maybe you expected quick progress, but all you feel is resistance. Maybe you thought people would support you, but instead you're met with skepticism. Maybe you believed success would come fast, but all you're facing is struggle. And that's where most people stop. Not because they aren't capable, because they aren't willing to push through the discomfort of the beginning. But here's the truth, hard doesn't mean impossible. It just means you have to earn it. And the only way to earn it is through persistence. Persistence is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not even intelligence. It's the ability to show up when it's hard. To keep going when nothing seems to be working. To get up every single day and put in the work even when the results aren't showing yet. You see, the beginning is supposed to be hard. It's designed to test you, to see if you're really serious about what you want. Because if you can push through the struggle, if you can keep moving forward when every part of you wants to quit, then you'll develop something far more powerful than skill. You'll develop resilience. And that resilience, that's what will carry you to success. So when you start something new and it feels impossible, don't stop. When you face resistance, push harder. When it feels like you're making no progress, keep going anyway. Because the beginning is just a test. And those who pass it, they're the ones who make it to the top. Let's get one thing straight. Nobody is going to hand you success. Nobody is going to believe in your dreams just because you say you have them. The world doesn't give out free respect. You have to earn it. At first, people will doubt you. They'll look at you and think, what makes you so special? They'll assume you're just another dreamer, just another person talking about success without putting in the real work. Some might even laugh. Others will dismiss you completely. And here's the mistake most people make. They expect support before they've done anything. They wait for validation. They look for permission. They want someone to say, I believe in you, before they believe in themselves. But that's not how this works. People only believe in results. They believe in what they can see, not what you say. So if you want respect, if you want people to take you seriously, stop talking, start doing. Think about the greatest success stories in history. At the beginning, nobody believed in them. When Elon Musk said he was going to launch rockets into space, people laughed. When Steve Jobs said he was going to change the world with a computer in every home, they doubted him. But they didn't waste time convincing people. They just went out and made it happen. And then, the world had no choice but to believe. Because once you start proving yourself, everything changes. The same people who doubted you will suddenly start supporting you. The same people who ignored you will suddenly start asking for advice. Not because they changed, but because you did. So don't get discouraged when people don't believe in you. Don't waste energy trying to convince them. Let your results do the talking. Wake up every day and put in the work. Get better, keep improving, keep showing up. Keep proving them wrong, not with words, but with undeniable success. Because at the end of the day, people don't believe in potential, they believe in proof. And if you refuse to quit, if you refuse to settle, if you keep grinding until you make it one day, they'll have no choice but to believe in you. We live in a world that glorifies instant success. Social media shows us highlight reels, overnight millionaires, viral sensations, and sudden breakthroughs. And because of that, too many people believe that success happens in a flash. They think one lucky break, one big moment is all it takes. But let me tell you the truth, success doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time through a series of small, consistent efforts that compound into something great. Every successful person you admire, every big name, every legend, you only see them at their peak, but what you don't see is the years of struggle, the failures, the setbacks, and the moments they wanted to quit. What looks like an overnight success is almost always the result of years of unseen effort. And that's the mistake most people make. They expect success to come quickly. They start something new, and when results don't come fast, they assume it's not working. They say, maybe I'm not cut out for this, and then they quit. But here's what they don't realize. Progress is invisible at first. You won't always see the rewards immediately. The work you're putting in today might not pay off next week, next month, or even next year, but it's building up. It's stacking. It's preparing you for that moment when everything clicks. Think of it like planting a seed. You water it every day, but for weeks you see nothing. If you're impatient, you'll walk away and assume it's not growing. But if you keep watering it, if you trust the process, eventually that seed will break through the ground and grow into something unstoppable. That's how success works. It's a process. A long, sometimes frustrating, often discouraging process. But the ones who understand this, the ones who commit to the journey instead of chasing shortcuts, they're the ones who make it. So stop looking for quick wins. Stop expecting instant results. Instead, fall in love with the process. Show up every day. Get a little better. Keep building, keep grinding, keep learning. Because if you do that, if you stay consistent, if you refuse to quit one day, you'll wake up and realize that the success you once dreamed of is now your reality. Rejection. It's one of the hardest things to deal with. It makes you doubt yourself. It makes you question whether you're good enough, whether you have what it takes. And for most people, rejection feels like a stop sign. They hear no a few times, and they assume that means they should give up. But here's the truth. Rejection is not the end. It's just part of the process. Every person who has ever succeeded at anything has faced rejection probably more times than you can imagine. Authors have had their books turned down by dozens of publishers before finally getting a yes. Entrepreneurs have been laughed out of rooms before finding the right investor. Actors, musicians, athletes, all of them have been told no far more times than they've ever been told yes. The difference They didn't let rejection stop them. Rejection is a test. It's life asking you, how bad do you really want this? Are you willing to keep going when things don't go your way? Are you strong enough to hear no and keep pushing forward? Because if you are, then rejection isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. Say, rejection doesn't mean you're not good enough. It doesn't mean you should quit. It means you're in the game. It means you're taking action. It means you're putting yourself out there, and the more rejection you face, the closer you are to success. Think of it like this. Imagine success is on the other side of a long hallway filled with doors. Some of those doors are locked. Some will slam in your face. But if you keep walking, if you keep knocking, eventually you'll find the one that opens. But the only way to get there, you have to keep moving forward. Most people turn around too soon. They face a few rejections and assume they fail. But the ones who make it, the ones who refuse to take no for an answer, they were the ones who end up winning in the end. So the next time you get rejected, don't take it personally. Don't let it shake your confidence. Instead, smile, because every rejection is just another step toward the yes that will change your life. Let me tell you something powerful. If you never give up, success isn't a possibility, it's a guarantee. It's not a question of if you'll make it, but when. The only thing that can stop you is quitting. Look at history. Every great success story has one common thread: relentless perseverance. It's not always the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest people who succeed. It's the ones who refuse to stop, no matter how many obstacles stand in their way. Because life will test you. It will throw challenges at you that make you want to quit. You'll feel exhausted. You'll feel frustrated. You'll wonder if all the effort is even worth it. And that's where most people give up. Not because they weren't capable, but because they lost faith too soon. But here's what they don't realize: success is just beyond the point where most people quit. Think about mining for gold. You dig and dig, but you see nothing. Some people stop right before they strike gold, simply because they got tired of waiting. But the ones who keep going, who keep digging even when there's no sign of progress, they're the ones who eventually hit the jackpot. That's how success works. It rewards those who have the patience and persistence to stick with it, even when it seems like nothing is happening. See, most people treat failure like a full stop when it's really just a comma. It's not the end of the story. It's just a pause, a lesson, a test. And if you can push past that moment, if you can keep moving forward, you will succeed. Because the only way to truly fail is to stop trying. As long as you're still in the game, as long as you're still learning, adapting, and improving, you're still on the path to victory. So no matter how hard it gets, no matter how slow the progress seems, keep going. Because the day you decide to never quit is the day you decide to win. The path to success is not easy. It's filled with obstacles, doubts, rejection, and moments when you'll want to quit. But that's exactly why so few people make it, because most give up before they reach the finish line. But you are not most people. You now understand that the beginning is always hard, but persistence is key. You won't let the early struggles discourage you. You'll push through them. You know that the world won't believe in you until you prove yourself. So instead of waiting for validation, you'll let your results do the talking. You recognize that success is a journey, not an overnight event, and that true greatness is built over time, not in an instant. You've accepted that rejection is just part of the process, and instead of fearing it, you'll embrace it as a necessary step toward your breakthrough. And above all, you now know this truth: if you never give up, success is inevitable. So from this moment on, make a decision. A decision to keep going no matter what. To face the hard days with resilience, the setbacks with determination, and the doubts with unwavering belief. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is your willingness to keep moving forward.